Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do my daisy granny squares. They're quite simple, but yeah. So what you need is you need your colors. Now you can do anything you want. Another way you could do it is instead of having your white do your daisy, do the color, do your daisy, and then the white on the outside. You can do whatever you want. They're your granny squares. So I'm using 3 colors. I have Softly Baby and I have Favorite. They're both from Ice, and as you can see, Softly Baby, they say it's a 4, and no, the Softly Baby is a 3 and the Favorite is a 4, but it's basically the same. So I always put these together. And you're going to need a crochet hook. I'm going to use a 5.5. You're going to need a needle to sew in your ends and a pair of scissors. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my orange, and I'm going to start with a magic circle. If you do not know how to do a magic circle, you can chain 3 and do it that way. But I do my magic circles by just wrapping it around and then crossing it like that. And then pull it through, grab it, and pull it through. And then I have my circle. So I'm going to chain 3, and that will count as 1 double crochet. I'm going to put 11 more double crochets in my circle, and that will count as 12. So you need 12 altogether. Now I'm just assuming you guys know how to do your stitches. If not, there are other channels out there that absolutely will show you how to do it all. So just 12 double crochets all together. So you have your chain 3 as your double crochet, and then 11 more double crochets equal as 12. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I have my end here. I'm going to pull tight, and I'm going to slip stitch it on the top of my chain 3. And I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to cut that, pull it through, and then I'm going to sew in my ends. Now the way I sew in ends is I used a sharp needle, now you don't have to, you can sew in your ends anyway. And I go one way, then I go back, and then I go that way again. And that will hold in my end no matter what. That will not go anywhere. And then my other one. Go around the other way. Oh, you could probably hear my goats. And then clip that. And that's your center. Now we're going to do the actual daisy. So we're doing popcorn stitches, but usually popcorn stitches are double crochets. We're going to do triple crochets. And I'm going to show you how I start. I do a slip knot, I wrap my yarn twice, and inside one of my stitches, so this is, I do a triple crochet. Now, I know they're not called triple crochets. That's just always what I call them. And you do 4 more. Oh no, you do 3 more. So all together you do 4 triple crochets. I know they're called something different. Oh, I don't think I did a triple crochet there. So wrap it twice. Pull your yarn up. You have 4 loops. Wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through another 2, wrap your yarn, pull through the last 2. And then you do it again, all in the same space. So that, look, there's 4 there. So I pull my yarn up, pull this out, and you can see where I go in. And I hook that one, and then I pull through, and then I chain 2. And that's my first popcorn. So now I'm going to wrap my yarn twice, and I need 12 altogether, so I'm going to, in every stitch, and go all the way around until you hit the other end. But every stitch gets 4 triple crochets. I think they're called treble. I don't know. I always called them triple. And pull up, pull your yarn through, chain 2. Do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I made it all the way around. Make sure you have 12, and make sure at the last one you also chain 2, and then you just find a spot where you can slip stitch, just any old wear that looks good. Well, it's going to be finicky, of course. So let's put it in there. And then chain 1, and then cut. And then pull it, and then turn it over, and you're going to sew in your ends now. Or you can wait to all the end. I usually try to do them every one. And I'll be back after my ends are sewn. Okay, my ends are sewn. I'm back. Now I'm going to do my color. So I'm going to do a standing double crochet for this one. Now you can just, if you don't want to do that, you can add, do whatever you hook it on, and then do it 3, chain 3, and then go from there. So I'm doing a yeah, that's what I'm doing. A double crochet, standing double crochet. So sorry. So I wrap my yarn once, I put it in my chain 2 space, bring it through, and then I just do a double crochet. And then I do 2 more double crochets in that same space. And then I chain 1, and then 3 double crochets again in the next chain 2 space. And then chain 1, and then 3, just got to get some yarn. 3 double crochets in all your chain 2 space, and chain 1 in. So you do your 3 double crochets in your chain 2 space, then you chain 1, and then your next chain 2 space you do 3 more, and you do that all the way around, and I'll meet you when I'm back here. Okay, so I made it all the way around, and I made sure I did my single crochet there, or chain 1 there. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch into the first one, which is right in there, the first double crochet you did. Now we're not turning or anything, so make sure you have them all done. And then we need to work in this spot here. So what we're going to do is slip stitch our way over there. And then you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to put 2 double crochets. So that will count as 3 double crochets. Then I want you to chain 2 and then add 3 more double crochets in that space, the same space. And this is your first corner, just like that. So in your next space, 3 double crochets, and then in your next space, do not put a chain 1 in between your spaces now, and then 3 double crochets in this space. And then now you're doing your next corner. So you do a corner, and then the next 2 is just 3 double crochets, and then your next one is your corner. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And then that's it. And then you work your way all the way around. There's chain 2, and between each corner is 2 spaces with 3 double crochets. Just like that. So you have a corner, 2 spaces with 3 double crochets, and then another corner. So I do, my next one will be 3 double crochets, and then in my next space, 3 double crochets, and then I'm on my corner again. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same space. Okay, and my 3 double crochets, and then I do chain 3. No, do not chain 3. 3 double crochets in the next space, and then 3 double crochets in the next space, and then another corner, and then 2 more 3 double crochets in those 2 spaces, and I'll meet you back over here. Okay, so I made it all the way around, and I'm going to slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 space. And now I want to start working in the corner, so I have to slip stitch over there. So I slip stitch in the next chain 3, and the next one, no, slip stitch in your next space, I'm very sorry, and then slip stitch, I'm in the corner. So chain 3, and then I do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and that will be my first corner. So there's my first corner, and then I have 3 spaces now before my next corner. So in those 3 spaces, each space gets 3 double crochets. Just work my way all the way around. It's easy now because you know exactly where to put your corners are. If it's not a corner, you just put 3 double crochets and move on. So I'm on my last 3 double crochets before the corner. Now I'm at my corner, so 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Okay, so, and then I just work my way all the way around, and I'll meet you back over here. Okay, so I made it all the way around. So I'm going to slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 space, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm cutting my yarn, pull it through, tuck it in, and that's it. Now when I did my blanket and my pillow, I blocked these on the square. Very simple to do. And then that's it. Now I'm going to tie and sew in my ends, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.